For years, Tommy Robinson has been at the forefront of exposing the horrific crimes of grooming gangs and the systemic failures that allowed these atrocities to persist. He was mocked, vilified, and branded a far-right extremist for speaking out. But recent revelations about institutional cover-ups have vindicated his efforts. Just yesterday, explosive new details emerged, highlighting the shocking scale of the grooming gang scandal and the deliberate suppression of vital information. Adding a powerful voice to the conversation, billionaire and free speech advocate Elon Musk has publicly supported Tommy Robinson, calling for his immediate release. In today's video, we will be discussing this and going over our headline on why reform could be about to make a huge U-turn on Tommy. But before we get into today's video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Just a quick one to say we do have t-shirts available on our website. We have Stuck Farmer and Make Britain Great Again ones. Make sure you check the link in the description or go to britishstand.com. Since returning back from the new year, there has been a huge explosion over the grooming gang's cover-up. For years, Tommy Robinson has been outspoken about the horrific crimes of grooming gangs and the systemic failures that allowed these atrocities. Despite being vilified and labelled as a far-right extremist, recent revelations vindicate many of his claims, highlighting the institutional cover-ups that protected perpetrators and silenced victims. Tommy Robinson remains imprisoned under severe conditions typically reserved for dangerous offenders. His alleged crime? Sharing a video. Meanwhile, the latest revelations about the grooming gang crisis expose a damning legacy of systemic failures. Robinson's relentless efforts to bring these crimes to light, despite being ostracized and vilified, have finally been recognized. His work has been vindicated, and the nation owes him an apology. Elon Musk has become an ally in Robinson's fight for justice. Through a series of tweets, Musk has amplified Robinson's work, including retweeting his documentary, The Rape of Britain, which details the harrowing experiences of survivors. Musk even pinned a tweet to his profile calling for Robinson's release, questioning why the UK continues to punish a man for exposing the truth. In a scathing critique, Musk highlighted the failures of political leadership, questioning figures like Prime Minister Keir Starmer for their roles in the systemic cover-ups. He challenged the justice system, demanding accountability for those who allowed these atrocities to happen, while silencing whistleblowers. Musk's bold stance has sent shockwaves through political and social spheres. His involvement may mark a turning point in the quest for justice and free speech in the UK. Here's a longer and more articulate version. Elon Musk's support for Reform UK has become a significant talking point in recent political discourse. Known for his outspoken views on freedom of speech and systemic reform, Musk has been rumoured to be considering a substantial donation to the party, a development that could potentially shift the UK's political landscape. At the time of recording, these rumours remain unconfirmed, but they've generated widespread discussion. Musk's public endorsement of Reform UK has already strengthened the party's visibility and appeal, particularly among those disillusioned with traditional political structures. However, this newfound attention highlights a notable point of contention: Reform UK's apparent reluctance to associate with Tommy Robinson. Nigel Farage, a prominent figure within Reform and one of its most recognisable voices, has publicly distanced himself from Robinson on multiple occasions, firmly stating that he wants nothing to do with him. Richard Tice has also faced criticism for his dismissive stance. In October, during the Unite the London protest, an event that drew hundreds of thousands of attendees, Tice's comments about wanting nothing to do with that lot sparked frustration among supporters of Robinson and others advocating for similar causes. This sentiment has left many feeling disillusioned, as bridges between Reform UK and Robinson's supporters seem to have been burned. For Robinson's backers, this disconnect is disheartening. They perceive Reform UK as a party that shares their core values, particularly on issues like justice reform, government accountability, and standing up for those marginalised by institutional failures. Yet, the party's unwillingness to align with Robinson has created a rift, leaving many feeling let down. Now, with Elon Musk's vocal support for Tommy Robinson, the situation takes an intriguing turn. Musk's alignment with Robinson's values and beliefs, particularly his focus on free speech and exposing systemic cover-ups, raises a pivotal question. Could Musk's influence catalyse a reconciliation between Reform UK and Robinson's movement? The potential for such a massive U-turn is tantalising. If Reform UK were to bridge the gap, it could unite two groups that share overlapping goals, addressing institutional failings, advocating for justice, and challenging political correctness. Such an alliance could energise a broader base of supporters, creating a formidable coalition for change. Yet, the challenges are significant. Reform UK must carefully weigh the risks of alienating moderate supporters who may view Robinson as a divisive figure. At the same time, failing to engage with Musk's endorsement and the growing support for Robinson's cause could mean missing an opportunity to amplify their message and broaden their influence. As the situation unfolds, it's clear that Musk's involvement has introduced a new dynamic to UK politics. His willingness to openly side with Robinson has not only reignited discussions about free speech and justice, but also cast a spotlight on the internal tensions within Reform UK. Could Musk's influence bridge these divides and pave the way for a united movement? Lastly, Meghan Markle's return to Instagram has been branded ridiculous and another money-making exercise by the Sussexes following her debut on a new solo account. Speaking to the media, former royal correspondent at The Sun, Charles Ray expressed bewilderment at the Duchess of Sussex's New Year's Day post, saying, "I honestly haven't got a clue what she's doing now. I would have thought we should have had the theme tune from Jaws as she was running down to the water there." The video shared on social media was filmed by Prince Harry near their Montecito home and has racked up almost 4 million likes since being posted on New Year's Day. In the clip, the Duchess is seen running barefoot toward the waves, stopping to trace 2025 in the sand, before giggling and jogging away. Reacting to the post, Ray highlighted what he sees as hypocrisy in her social media return. They, Harry and Meghan, came off social media because they were getting unparalleled abuse, Ray noted. He added, "They've spent the last few years complaining about social media. Harry spent a lot of time saying spiteful things, nasty things about Facebook, which is owned by Meta, which also owns Instagram. So I don't quite understand where they're coming from. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.